following program is sponsored by LBO Academy.
This is the Lifestyle Business Owner Show, where we talk about the street smarts of small business. Your hosts are Aaron and Mayumi Muller, owners of 8 companies that run without them, and founders of the LBO Academy. It's your turn to discover how you can own a business that runs without you. Now, here's Aaron and Mayumi.
Well, good morning, everyone. This is Mayumi Muller with the Lifestyle Business Owner Show, where we talk about the street smarts of small business. Unfortunately, this morning, my husband Aaron is out on a business trip, so he will not be with us. But fortunately, I am so excited to have this amazing co-host that's going to be co-hosting the show with me today, and it is our daughter, Salina. If you'd like to listen to the entire show, go to lboradio.com and you can download this show or any other shows and listen to it anytime, anywhere. This morning, we're going to be talking to a gentleman, and we're going to be talking about being a social media entrepreneur. Our guest is Bryan Jones, and he's the owner of ABC Gum Removal, an eco-friendly service company. He has over 20 years of project management and frontline customer service, primarily in the technology field, with both large and small companies as well as governmental agencies. Bryan is deeply committed to serving society through his businesses, and in addition to making our cities cleaner through his eco-friendly gum removal business, Bryan has also partnered with the Clean Water Foundation to bring its water filtration technology into the private sector through his second company, Advanced Filter Water Systems. Woo, he is made to live in the Pacific Northwest. So what I want to do is introduce my daughter, Salina. She is a 2017 UW graduate. That stands for University of Washington here in the Pacific Northwest. Go Dogs. And is currently working for a company here in Bellevue, Washington called BizX. BizX owner Bob was on our show a while back, and so she works for him. It's a national barter group. So Salina, why don't you say good morning to everyone?
Good morning.
Are you excited?
I am.
I am too.
Thanks for having us.
You know, it is so nice when you can work with your children. I think it's great to bring your children in to work with you from, it's just even a small age, all the way up to adulthood. It's just important. You know, I remember when people would ask me what my mom did, and I'm like, I don't know. She works. She leaves in the morning after breakfast, and she comes home. So I think it's important for the kids to get involved. So Salina, welcome, and I'm glad you're on the show. So Bryan.
Yes.
Thank you for being on the show this morning. I've worked with Bryan now for a while, and I have to say, this guy is a mover and a shaker. So thank you so much for being on the show. I want to ask you, what motivated you to start ABC Gum Removal? And tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, well, ABC Gum Removal is a very unique company, and as you were saying, the Northwest, you know, it's all about eco-friendliness.
Absolutely.
And our culture cultivates innovation for us taking care of our ecosystems. And when I ran across the Eco Gum Removal machine, it's a company from London. Mm-hmm. They call Eco Removal Systems, and we developed a great relationship. But at the same time, I saw a purpose for using their equipment here in the Northwest starting out.
Right.
Because living in Bellevue, especially living in Bellevue, you know, we really love our city. We want to keep it clean. And then, you know, I started seeing the gum spots, and then I kind of did like a little survey of what would you do if you could get rid of those spots?
Right.
And people said, we would love it. So then I started researching more and more about the equipment from London, and next thing I know, I said, you know what, this is not only great for removing gum, but it's eco-friendly. It doesn't, you know, the products that we use, it don't harm the water systems and water waves, and it saves on water, and then it started catching on, and next thing I know, a company started forming out of it.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
That is so great.
And so I think you kind of already answered this, but what makes ABC Gum Removal eco-friendly?
Well, we use a lot of equipment that uses biodegradable materials, such We call it detergent. We don't call it chemicals because it's not a chemical.
It's not chemicals.
And then our great city, of course, and state made us jump through some hoops
Yep.
through the Department of Ecology, City of Seattle, and they made sure that we wasn't just marketing something without proof. So they
Right.
made us prove it, and all the testing showed that our salmon is safe.
We got to keep our salmon safe. And, you know,
Yes.
I like what you said. You know, it's using less water because your system is more of is it a steamer type process? Tell me how does that, what is it? Does water come out? Does it like a pressure washer? What is it? Like, how do you wear it? How do you actually utilize that tool that you're using?
Well, this is the fun part. We don't use any water,
What?
and that's what gets people's attention right off the bat. What do you mean you don't use any water?
Yeah.
Well, it's not a pressure washer, but it doesn't replace pressure washing. What
Right.
it does is eliminate the use of so much water that a pressure washer will use to remove a piece of gum. Like,
Right.
for instance, a pressure washer may use up to 5 gallons of water to
Yeah.
try to remove the piece. It may
Yep.
not be successful.
Yep.
Well, our equipment uses no water, a biodegradable detergent, and we can remove that piece of gum in 10 seconds.
Wow. And you know what, guys? I have seen it. So it's steam,
Yes,
Right.
it's combined with steam and a non-chemical detergent.
and then it's easy breezy because you or the guys, your employees will wear it on their back.
Yes.
Okay. And then is that heavy though? Like, how long can it go if you don't plug it in or do anything like that? How long can something like that run for?
Well, the good thing is we have 3 types of machines. One machine is more of a robust type, which has a hard shell. They all backpacks, but one is a hard shell backpack. One is a soft backpack, which, and then we have a smaller one, which we call the mini. Doesn't mean that the machine is smaller in size. It just
Right.
means it doesn't work as long. So what I mean by that is one machine can, with a full tank of fuel, can go 8 hours.
Right.
And then the mini can last up to 4 hours. And the reason for that is we want to meet the customer's needs. Every
Right.
customer doesn't need a machine that can go 8 hours, and every customer don't want a machine with a hard shell because they're not using it all the time. But
Exactly.
so it gives them an opportunity to pick what they like to wear. But the good thing about it is when they're doing a job, there's no hoses,
Love
water.
that. Love it.
that means you don't hinder no one's business.
Yep.
It's quiet. You can run operations at night or daytime.
That's great. And like you said, gum is where there's people. So retail, hospitals, hospitality, hotel hospitality. So it's so nice that you don't have to worry about the cords, the water, the puddles that you have to jump over, or going around, caution signs because there's just a bunch of water everywhere. So this, you did good, Bryan, bringing that here. So I have another question. Do you think it's important for business owners today to think about how much money they can make? And also, do you think that it's important to have the combination with the contribution to society? Because it seems like you love our city, right? And then you found the product because you saw a need. But then did you know that you were going to be eco-friendly when you started this whole process? Or is that something that kind of drove you as well in conjunction with finding the product, but then also being able to have this social awareness for our area?
It's interesting because I've always been environmentally friendly as far as composting and recycling, doing those things.
Yep.
But when the gum machine came into play, it kind of opened my eyes up to more of what we need. And it only takes one person to get things started.
That is so true, and that's a wonderful statement. You're right. You were that one person.
Yes.
No, I think that's great. Okay, so here, Salina, you asked the next question.
So, Bryan, tell us what you think, or tell us about some of the successes that you've had since starting ABC.
Well, one of the greatest success that I have had is the opportunity to meet so many different people that you wouldn't think would have an interest in this, because someone say gum removal, and that sticky stuff, but as soon as you start talking about, well, what about saving water?
Yeah.
Now what happened when that occurred was I started getting calls from San Diego and LA, and then I started learning new terminology, like, are you drought friendly?
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, drought friendly? And it's like, yeah, because we can't use a lot of water. We'll
Yep.
get fined.
So your states like California, Arizona, we're not drought friendly here. We have enough water to give other states, but that makes sense that they cannot just water their lawns
Right.
at their leisure, right? So this is going to save them, and you can still remove the gum, which
Right.
gets sticky in those hot weathers too. You know?
Exactly.
No, that's awesome. Okay, so tell us, I mean, he is smiling over here. He loves this product. He loves servicing his customers, but what are some of the challenges? I mean, are there any challenges?
Anytime you present a new technology, is always a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And you was talking about, my background working in the computer field and as a techie, and that helped a lot to overcome, trying to communicate the technology to someone because, a lot of people that's in the business, they remember it working one way. How can you replace pressure washing? No,
Right.
you have to communicate. We're not replacing pressure washing, but we are making it more favorable.
Right.
And then you begin to develop this passion for just making sure that the environment is right. And then that's when you stop thinking about the money, you stop thinking about how much you're going to make. You
Right.
start thinking, you know what, this is making a difference.
Right.
So once you can convey that message across, if you use this product, not only are you going to get attention, but you're going to be able to explain that you're making a difference in our environment. And then once they catch on to that, now it's from one person. Now you're creating a clique, you're creating a group,
Right.
and now you're creating a movement. So
It's-
that's what we're doing.
I love that. It is creating a movement. And I think that, I only can speak for being a Washingtonian, but, we really are conscious about the environment, and it's really important to us. So when you can have a company that you've started or you've, gotten into, and you have the opportunity to think about how you can be environmentally conscious as well, that is just a win-win. Because like you said, Brian, the money will come, right?
Right.
The money will come. You just got to get the word out. You got to get the movement out, and it only takes one person. So today we're talking to Bryan Jones, who is the owner of ABC Gum Removal, an eco-friendly service company, and we are discussing being a social entrepreneur. That is really, really huge these days, and I think it's an important thing, especially when you're talking to our society. You can follow The Lifestyle Business Owner on Facebook and Instagram, and you can also listen to The Lifestyle Business Owner Show anytime, anywhere on lboradio.com. That's lboradio.com.
The Lifestyle Business Owner Show continues after this, here on Business Radio 1300 KKOL. This is the Lifestyle Business Owner Show, the street smarts of small business. Here's Aaron and Mayumi Muller.
Welcome back to the Lifestyle Business Owner Show, where we talk about the street smarts of small business. Today we're talking with Bryan Jones, the owner of ABC Gum Removal, an eco-friendly service company. You can follow the Lifestyle Business Owner on Facebook and Instagram. You can also listen to the Lifestyle Business Owner Show anytime, anywhere on lboradio.com. So we left off in the last segment with Bryan in regards to what were some of the challenges of bringing this product and this service and getting people aware and excited about the movement. And basically, Bryan, you said...
Communication.
Yep,
Yes.
communication. Communicating, he comes from a tech background, and so he's able to communicate effectively with your techie type of people. And then he's got a great personality, so he's able to talk to extroversions and salespeople and business development. So that way he kind of covers all areas, which is great.
So, Bryan, I know that you work with the Clean Water Project, and I just kind of wanted to know if you can tell our listeners why you decided to get involved with them and a little bit more about what it is.
Okay, the Clean Water Project is actually some equipment that was created and developed by a guy named Leon McGoughlin.
He's a cool cat, too,
Yes,
let
he
me
is.
tell you. Leon is cool.
Yes, he is. And we talked, and after you talk to Leon, of course, you're going to fall in love with his way of doing things. And I was just interested. I was just mostly happy that he was able to bring clean water to more than, 40,000 people around the world and save lives. But it was a nonprofit. And as we began to talk more and more, he said, I really want this to go farther. And here you are working with water, and you want it to be clean, and I want to provide clean water so people can drink it.
Exactly.
He said, what would you think about giving some ideas to move my products into the private sector? So I came up with a pitch, and him and his partners, they liked it. But as I was beginning to develop my pitch, I began to think, I said, we have a lot of problems with water, even in the United States.
We do.
And then I started talking to other people. I talked to a guy from that works with rolling instruments, and he wants one of the machines in his house.
Wow.
And then I started talking to some other friends. They say, how does it compare to other water filtration systems? I said, what if the technology has proven itself in such a way that it's saved lives, and the Bill Gates Foundation, Bill and Melinda Gates, have partnered up with the Clean Water Project. They said, we would love to have this inside our homes and businesses. And then I started talking to Leon about it, and he said, well, let's make this happen. That's his way of speaking.
Yep.
But I didn't want to do it under his name because it's nonprofit.
Right.
So that's where Advanced Filtered Water is coming from. It's going to be a private company, which will be my company, and we're going to push this product all over the United States.
That is great. Okay, so without disclosing too much, tell me about the system. So what does it do? Like, can you take dirt from your yard and put it in a container and use they have water bottles out like that. I'm kind of scared to use them, but tell me how the system works. You said that it's something that you can buy and put in your home.
Right.
So can the individual homeowner install it, and then how does it work?
Yes, it can be installed into your, wherever you want it in your house, one of your sinks, and it's not visible like on top of the countertop.
Okay.
It's connected up under the sink.
Okay.
Or wherever you want it to be, where there's water running. And what it does is clean any type of, it filters out any type of sediments. If anything, say, for instance, what's going on in Flint, Michigan, it would filter all of that lead out.
Wow.
And, and when you get your glass of water, and then it was designed in such a way that it doesn't remove the things that your body really needs.
Right, like the minerals.
The minerals. It removes the bad stuff. And the thing is, it's cost effective. It's not like, I was researching and looking at some of the other machines on the market, and it's like very costly.
Right.
But this is cost effective, so more people can have access to it.
And I love that because, having something that's cost effective, then more people are going to buy it. It's going to create a movement. Then that feeds into the nonprofit.
Right.
Right? So you're building this business, making money on your side, but then you're also able to give back through the nonprofit.
Exactly.
Because, again, it's another movement that you're starting in water filtration, which is phenomenal.
Yes, to add to that is the movement was began before I just joined the movement. Leon started the movement. So that's where I got that idea that it's a movement.
It is.
He began, and then he pitched the vision to me. I accepted the vision. Now I want to make it bigger.
Well, I would like one in our house. So once it goes to market, let me know, and we will get one for our house. Because I know that Aaron always complains about, there's in Bellevue where we live, there's a lot of chlorine in our water. And I don't really notice it, but every now and again I do smell like a little of a bleachy type smell. Sometimes my eyes burn. I always thought it was my moisturizer, but he's real sensitive to that. And if we can weed that out, because we probably don't need that much, then that would be something that we would want in our house so that, we don't have to worry about it. Because I don't know what that chlorine's doing. Okay, so you are a minority business owner. You listeners, you don't know that, but Bryan is a minority business owner. How do you deal with the racial boundaries, and do you have any advice for other minority business owners? Because, I have a different perspective because I'm a minority female, but being a minority business owner in this 21st century, in this area, what are some of the things that you have to deal with that are on the positive spectrum, and what are some of the negative things, and what can you share with other small business minority owners that might help them in their situation?
Well, one of the first things that I started doing, because it is the 21st century after all, is breaking the ice.
Yes.
And that's not up to the majority. That's up to the minority.
Absolutely.
Is to break the ice. It's like, I am approachable.
Yep.
I know what I'm talking about. You bring a sense of confidence with you. And then that starts breaking all types of racial lines when that happens, because most of the time, from my experience, I found out that people may get a little intimidated because they don't want to say the wrong thing. They don't want to make you feel bad. You break all of those barriers, and you can do that with a joke.
Right.
You can do that with a story.
Yep.
And then once they begin to see that, hey, you're a real person here.
Exactly.
And then that begins to break the boundaries, and then you can start talking about what you're doing. Now that stigma is gone. You're not making it look like, hey, I'm a victim, but you do need the assistance.
Yes.
That's out there for minorities, but you want to receive that assistance in a way that they say, the way it was designed to help you compete with the rest of the world.
Absolutely. And again, being a small business owner, being a minority owner, it helps you, like you just said, helps you to get in the door in maybe the areas that you might have not been able to get into in the beginning.
Right.
And then from there, utilize your minority status, right, as a positive, because it's a good thing. We need small businesses, and we need small minority-owned businesses as well. So I think that's great. So what advice could you give to somebody who maybe lives in a state that's not as, what's the word? I'm trying to think of the word. Like, we're so, liberal here in the Pacific Northwest. I don't really, honestly, for me, I don't feel a lot of racism throughout the day at all.
Right.
I mean, I feel like what you said, people see me, I smile, I nod. That gives them the invitation, if I head nod to hey, I'm approachable. We end up talking. It doesn't matter. The skin color doesn't make a difference. But there are some states, and because we're a national radio show, that might not have this type of situation. What would you recommend for them to do in their state?
I call it a formula that I created, and it's very simple. Go out and meet people that are not like you and make friends with them so they can represent you. And,
love that.
And once you begin to do that, all you need is someone to speak on your behalf, and then you can do the rest.
Love that. Again, is another movement. You see Bryan just planting all these little subliminal messages into people's brains, and then they don't even know what they're doing. They're creating change. That's awesome. Okay, so do you have any advice for people who want to become business owners or people who want to become a social entrepreneur?
Yes, that's funny you say that. It's not even on the script here, but we're preparing to create a distribution company and set up for eco-removal systems out of the UK here in the United States. And we're going to be going to trade shows and hosting events at hotel conference rooms around the U.S., recruiting wannabe distributors. And one of the things, and it's not just for us, but if you want to become a business, get into business and you're a minority, you just want to go out, research the product first. Because the first thing that make people curious about wanting to know what you know is how well you explain it.
That is true.
If they can feel the passion, in the Northwest say, oh, I can feel your energy, know. Well, that's true. People can feel your energy. It's like you saying I'm smiling. I can't stop smiling because I love what I'm doing.
Exactly.
And they can see that on your face. It would break barriers without even speaking.
Absolutely. Yes. I totally agree with that. So I know that we want to ask another question, but we are getting ready to go into our next break. But I know that Bryan is offering a discount for listeners. So I want to tell you guys how to get that discount. Thank you, Bryan, for being on our show this morning. If you're interested in the gum removal system or the service, you can reach Bryan at www.abcgumremoval.com, or feel free to call him at 206-371-3336, 206-371-3336. Here at the Lifestyle Business Owner Academy, we're not rendering financial or legal advice. We're not even telling you what you should or shouldn't do with your money or your business. We're simply telling you what we do personally. When we come back, we're going to start our LBO segment. This is where you'll get an opportunity to know us, and we will discuss how to buy a business, grow your profits, and make it run without you. Make sure you follow the Lifestyle Business Owner Show anytime, anywhere on lboradio.com, and you can also follow the Lifestyle Business Owner on Facebook and Instagram. Bryan, thank you so much for being on the show this morning.
Thank you.
And I can't wait to see what you are gonna do.
More of the Lifestyle Business Owner Show coming up here on Business Radio 1300 KKOL.